months old now, I think. Yeah, it's from October. So Khanage has since changed his gameplay quite a lot.
Against Ixis.
Losers fun. So this is a best of 5.
LT Brown will be back really soon, so don't worry, guys. In the meantime, let's get this match started.
So I understand Sonic at this point just because they're just, I mean, everyone in the UK understands dumb character because we play against it day in, day out. Back in the old days, what not a lot of people knew is that in like 2014 and early 2015, it was commonly considered Peach to be one of Sonic's worst matchups. But that's because Sonic back then could not stop spin dashing, and they thought because Float Downer beat just a raw spin dash, that Peach was was an awful matchup. I was one of the culprits that thought that too. I remember getting slapped by a Peach in America when I went to Apex.
Quite a few times in this matchup. It looks like as well it must be a really good move to use against the...
But Sonic's another character that does genuinely struggle to land.
Because it's like multi here and you kind of back up while you're doing it. Oh, but there, the spin...
But yeah, while that down air works, it doesn't actually go on the rising spin dash. That obviously has intangibility. So you can't really actually compete against it.
As consistent as I thought it was.
That was really nice. I love Khanage's movement when he does like these float these like really high airspeed float cancels.
Into the left blossom. The kill power of Khanage's Peach is just wow.
Wow.
He just knows how to line his opponent up and knock him down. But Ixis though is a very composed player. He knows how to keep his cool.
Has a single Peach dash type worked yet this game?
Fundamentals.
Alright, that was some trash DI really.
Like that. That's what brings it back to a 1-1.
I feel like the main Ixis that Khanage is having here is that he's not actually looking at when Ixis is releasing the spin dash. It's how he's getting hit the most. He's saying, I'm going to do this thing here. But Ixis is doing the spin dash at a different timing to what Khanage is getting. Hello, Asim.
He just goes in when and where he knows he's going to get that damage. He'll willingly sacrifice a chance to get damage if he's not at least like 98% sure that he can go for that. He plays in a way where he consistently...
Yeah, see, that was nice because you saw it happening.
He's about substance over style. That's Ixis' play in a nutshell.
Substance over style.
He'll play aggressive if he needs to, even though Sonics don't generally favour that. But he'll always choose aggressive, defensive, etc. All based around the risk reward.
Yeah, see, that was... You actually survived that, but you kind of like were doing stuff without really focusing on Ixis' play. And admittedly, this can still happen. All you got to do is learn to pull her at the ledge. Good old Peach, but I know the air covers that. But yeah, I feel like you were. I don't know. I'm gonna watch the next one and see exactly what happens.
Because we've seen so many set, a lot of figuring each other out, mixing up. A lot of back and forth. The games feel like they'll take longer. I guess it's just that Sonic factor. But even with a character like Peach, you kind of get that effect depending on the matchup that's being played. Nice air dodge from Khanage, makes it back into neutral, takes over a little bit. Loving that. It's quite even so far. But Ixis is still looking superb. I mean, in terms of like the odds, I really could see that Ixis is the one that will take this.
I'm not sure on all these turnip pulls. I mean, they're not hurting you, but they're not gaining you anything.
If Peach is going to win, it's going to be by taking risks, but then I think to myself, like, risk-taking is, like, really dangerous against Ixis because how he's so safe.
That was a really nice edge guard from Ixis, to be honest.
Nice downer just there. That's right, man. Have a glass of water.
See, right, that right there was better than what you normally do against spin dash. I'm just gonna like focus on it real quick because what you normally do, and what almost everyone actually does, is when they see a Sonic charging spin dash, or as soon as they see the spin dash there, they are immediately like, ah, I know I can hit Sonic out of this. I'm gonna try and hit him out of it. Now, unless you're Mac or Falcon and you have like the most amazing jab, like for like dealing with spin dash, I would honestly just recommend shielding it, because if he's already charging it, it's too late. You can't hit him out of the start. I know it's 19 frame start, but by the time you've seen the fact that he started a spin dash, it's too late. Don't hit him. You can't. You can't hit him out of it if he's, because it's intangible. He's essentially gonna win. So that's honestly but that's something that I noticed a lot of people struggle with. Something that I saw you doing, Asim, is that you do like a down air, and he's charging a spin dash, and then immediately he might not punish it, but then you'd land with a nair in no man's land. And I'm like, it's kind of risky. But what you did here is he started charging it, and I believe you were in the process of doing a downer already. Oh no, it was a forward air.
Nice downer. Just
so you do the, you do the threatening forward air, and you see him doing a spin dash, and you just land and shield, and you're like, it's okay, it's fine. This is another case where shield is a really good option because if he's in the spin dash, in order for Sonic to actually hit you out of shield, or like to deal with to get around your shield, he has to physically stop the spin dash, which will be by shielding himself, then running at you and grabbing. Spin dash itself actually can't ever be shield. And I know people say, oh, but what about when they stop on your shield? And that's that mix-up. They're actually at like -20. As soon as you see that, you can react to that and punish them yourselves. It's just getting used to punishing it. And like the fact it might cross up. So honestly, people shouldn't be worried about that. But so what you did there is, I definitely recommend doing that more often, particularly against Sonic. Just like, oh, he's spin dashing, land, shield. Okay, we're safe here.
Glass of water in the bath.
No, you may not have got a punish off that, but the point is that you retain stage control there.
LT Brad has a pro problem right now during the Sonic set. Nice coincidence there. Actually, I don't mind watching Sonic. I actually find it quite fun as long as it's a matchup that I like to see. I'm not sure about you guys. I think this matchup is alright, but it's one that takes time to do.
See, I'm actually astounded that works, that nair, but it did.
We should make like a tier list, some kind of rating system, just like actual matchup charts, where it's like based on the enjoyment.
Rivers in commentary.
We should have a matchup chart based on enjoyability of the viewer. And then all but
yeah, like you tried to challenge a spin dash. We're going back to that. That's silly. What are you doing? Look, he's charging a spin dash. If a Sonic does that. If Sonic does that, they are literally there like with a net. Like, come on. It's like, have you ever watched Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? He's like the child catcher with his giant nose. See, look, you even be able to see it. Like, he's right here. It's like, this is the head. It's got this big old nose here. I screwed up. Let's try that again. So you see the big like child catcher nose, and this here, this back here right there, this is a net. Trying to catch you. He's trying to catch you, trying to press something. Trying to catch you come towards him. And he's... Yes, you can, Asim, but the point is that it's so hard to do that's ultimately very rarely worth it. The point is that if he's doing a spin dash, he is specifically looking for you to do an option. So this is the child catcher. This is the predator, like Sonic. He's sat right there. He's like, "Come on, do something." And you decide to just oblige, and you're like, "Here, have an attack which you can like. Here's my hitboxes, which admittedly are very nice if they go early, But he just waits until he waits out, and I think you'll find he waits out and just spin dashes you afterwards when you've put yourself in a terrible position. What you should have done here, rather than going towards him and doing ballet on his head, you should have just gone, okay, land, float cancel, land here. It's fine, I'm safe. He can't grab me. That's what you should have done anyway. But you'll see, you do the down air. And he just hits you. And admittedly, you only took like 5 or 6% there, but the amount of damage that you can get, the amount of damage you can take from getting hit by a Sonic.
Khanage does not want to drop this next game, and understandably so.
See, that was actually a really nice punish. Because now he's reaching for a kill. This is the fun part. Sonic actually really hasn't got much in the way of kill moves. He's got throws that kill at 160 even later on Battlefield. He's got his back air, which is nice and strong, admittedly. And honestly, he should have killed you for that. He's got a back air which will parry stuff, but ultimately he's looking to land one of his many options that are like good. But it's you get what I mean. He's not actually very good at killing.
Let's take a quick look at the players.
He's got to look for very specific setups or very specific options, and as long as you can avoid doing those options, yeah. Honestly, it might. I mean, if they've done it bad enough, we can be like, well, I can punish that. That's so obvious. Then go for the punish. But if it's one which is ambiguous, don't reach for the punish if it's not there.
Nice triple forward there from Exorcist Sonic, looking like a Nest main probably. Hopping around, taking his time, and just as Khanage becomes a bit hesitant from his sudden approach, bam, there's the grab.
So he caught you committing again there.
You can tell.
It's similar to what I see. Look, there, you did it again. Don't do that. Look, look.
You can tell.
See, look. The big old nose is there again. The nose with the net. It's like, come on, do something. And you stood right in front of him. You're right there, and you're gonna just give him it. And it's okay, fam. Go eat, and this will still be here when you come back. The VODs are all going online. But you see what I'm saying. You look at the amount of times where he's doing a spin dash, and you've taken damage from the spin dash because you've tried to challenge it. If you try and challenge it, and he's holding the charge. He's waiting for your move to finish. Ixis is no scrub. He's going to know. He's going to be like, right, he's done this move. I can punish this now if I let go of spin dash here. He's not going to let go of spin dash in a dumb spot. That's ultimately like low-level Sonic things. I'm sure if there's like at mid-level Sonic, they've probably made a tweet about spin dash isn't actually that good. You can hit him out of it with X move. I bet there's a tweet like that if there's mid-level Sonic account. And if there is, it's because that when actual bad Sonics do that, they're literally just rolling towards you. And you can sit there, you can watch it coming towards you, see it rolling along, and you can just slap them out of it. Because it's the most obvious thing ever. But Ixis is a good player. You took, what, 20% for that? And you deserved every single bit of it.
Programmed into him.
And he's slapped you up for that particular game, like that stock, because he's just waited for you to commit.
He just loves being on this stage.
So that was good. Yeah, so you faded away there. Look, you took no damage. Admittedly, you did done, but he actually lost stage. He didn't have any stage control for that. Esam did a really good video on how to deal with spin dash. I recommend everyone watch it, especially in the UK. And his advice was essentially just shield it. He loses stage control anyway.
Land into Ixis and get some quick equalizer damage. They're 51% each, but the stocks are different. He's gonna have to work real hard right now. This is his tournament lifeline as we speak. He's able to kind of keep it even, but he dropped that stock before. If he hadn't dropped that stock before, it would be a very even matchup.
See, it's okay if he spin shots up to the top or something. As long as you hold the stage, Sonic is going to really struggle to do anything because he actually needs he needs space to run. Because he can't bait you properly if he doesn't have any stage behind him. How is he going to fade away if he's on the ledge, you know?
Nice air dodge. 2 air dodges. Yeah, down air seems to quite often used to the spin attack. I guess Khanage is...
See, even Simp sees it as well. And there's the set. But that's the key thing here. That was not playing the match properly. That wasn't recognizing what your opponent can do to really really hurt you. Everyone knows that the crux of Sonic's game is the spin dash. It's so good. It's an amazing move. Almost a bit too strong, but if Sonic didn't have it, he'd be kind of awful. But yeah, so just focus on recognizing what your opponent's doing. Be like, okay, I need to back away now. I can't just brute force my way through this. There'll be plenty of characters like that. And I'm sure that's kind of why you struggle with Korin too, because you're trying to brute force, like clean through a lot of things, but it's just not gonna work. You can't just spam forward air on Korin's shield. They'll just pin you. They can do that. That's a matchup knowledge thing, I reckon, and that's probably where you struggle a lot. Anyway, I hope that's helpful for you. I know you've now gone, but that should be good for you. So we'll leave that one there. Again, you've got me on Facebook and Twitter and everything, so you can just ask me if you need me. We've now got a VOD from a guy called Kitsunube.